Is it as bad as you thought it would be to have your kids grow up? Why were you fighting this for so long? We were going to grow up eventually. Was it as bad as you were scared of it being? He used to do really stupid, embarrassing things. Like, we'd be walking through the shopping centre and we'd get like a squeaky trolley where the wheel would kick out. So he'd start doing this funny walk in time with the trolley just to embarrass us. He used to do heaps of stuff to embarrass my sister and I, and that was entertaining, but it was also like... It was almost entertaining because we were out in public. And it was like, hey, we're being a normal family and we're laughing about these things. But as soon as you got home, you didn't feel safe anymore. It was a nice little distraction from reality, I suppose. You'd pretend so much, but you could always tell something was off, I think. I look back on it now and it's like it never happened to me. I feel like I'm watching a movie about someone else and I just remember little bits and pieces of it. I know that I went through that. I know that I saw my family going through it as well. I remember everyone being there, but it's like it happened in a different dimension or on a different planet. We were getting ready to go shopping. It was a back to school sale a couple of days before school started again. And he'd been telling me to get ready. I find, dragging my feet a bit as a kid does, but I finally got ready. And then he made me wait while he got ready. And I just got really grumpy and I started to tear up and he had a tantrum. He started screaming and he was like, right, we're not going shopping and all this kind of stuff. And I was sick that night from how upset he had gotten. It scared me so much. I was throwing up that night. And then he came by and apologised afterwards. And I just look back on it and I'm like, how ridiculous is any of that? I think everyone in the house felt, to some degree that it was their own fault. They had something to blame because you had to always be so conscious of not setting him off. I was always on edge. I could never relax at home. I never felt safe there, really. My father was a very possessive person about us, almost like, we were objects. When you live in a house where, it was a him or us sort of situation, you go to sleep thinking, if he doesn't die in his sleep, then maybe I will. Yeah, it was very dim and closed off, I remember how mortified I was at the thought that anybody would realise what was going on. I think I've accepted it as much as I can. I've accepted as much as I need to get on with my life. I know there's always going to be things I need to work through. I'm still going to have damage from it. It's still always going to affect the way that I look at relationships and the way that I look at the concept of family. You just wanted to feel normal and you couldn't because you always felt like you had this presence looming over you that wouldn't let you be normal, wouldn't let you be one of the other kids.